Unbelievable $90 for a glow serum, and Georgia's skin still looked tired. She stood in the mirror, tugging at her cheeks, wondering if maybe her age was the problem. Maybe nothing would ever work the way it used to. Until she found a $14 drugstore dupe and everything changed. Georgia is 61. She's not new to skincare. She's tried the luxury brands, the pretty jars, the big promises. But they often left her disappointed and a little poorer. One day, while grabbing cotton pads at the pharmacy, she spotted something different. A glow booster under $15. She tried it, expecting nothing. But that night, her skin felt soft. And the next morning, brighter, smoother, like her again. Before we go on, don't just watch and scroll. If you've ever felt like Georgia, frustrated by overpriced beauty that underdelivers, tap that subscribe button now and join a community of women who are aging with clarity, confidence, and smarter choices. This is Eversmart Senior Women, where we believe beauty after 50 should feel empowering, not expensive. In today's video, you'll discover 5 budget-friendly drugstore dupes that Georgia found, all tested, loved, and tailored for mature skin. One of them even outperformed a $90 serum. You don't want to miss it. Dupe number 1, the glow serum that actually works. Luxury brand, Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, $49. Dupe, ELF Halo Glow Liquid Filter, $14. Georgia used to believe that glow serums were for younger skin. Every time she tried one, the result was the same. Her skin felt heavy, her pores looked larger, and the glow never felt natural. It looked like glitter trying too hard. At 61, she didn't want sparkle. She wanted softness, radiance, that healthy inner glow she used to see in the mirror. She had almost given up. After all, she'd already spent $49 on one of the most hyped glow filters on the market. And yes, the packaging was beautiful. The name sounded promising. But on her skin, it sat there, catching every line, gathering around the sides of her nose, emphasizing everything she wanted to soften. That's when she stumbled upon a bottle tucked into the bottom row of a drugstore shelf. ELF Halo Glow Liquid Filter. Just $14. She almost walked past it. ELF felt like a brand her daughter used in college. But something about the words Halo Glow made her pause. "I'll try it once," she said. "If it's terrible, I'll toss it." That night, she smoothed a few drops across her cheekbones and temples, under her tinted moisturizer. And something different happened. It didn't sit on top of her skin, it melted in. No shimmer, no sparkle. Just a soft, healthy finish. Her skin looked moisturized, lit from within, not like makeup but like her. Even her husband noticed. "You look fresh today," he said. And he never comments on skincare. The magic wasn't just the price. It was the texture, thin but hydrating, with a subtle, warm sheen that didn't cling to texture or fine lines. Georgia could wear it alone on no makeup days or mix it with foundation when going out. And the best part? It didn't emphasize anything she didn't want seen. No caking, no creasing, and no heaviness. Why it's better over 40. Light reflecting, not shimmery. Mature skin doesn't need sparkle, it needs balance. This dupe gives you radiance without the artificial shine. Blurs without clogging. Unlike heavy glow products that sit in fine lines, this formula melts in and reflects light away from creases. Hydrating base. Skin after 50 needs moisture more than matte finishes. This gives glow and hydration. Flexible use, under makeup, alone or mixed, it's one product that fits many routines. Georgia now keeps one in her bathroom and one in her purse. She never thought a $14 product would become her daily go-to, but sometimes the smartest choices aren't the ones that come in gold-trimmed bottles. Have you ever found a budget beauty product that completely surprised you? Something that outperformed the expensive version? Tell us in the comments. Your tip might help another woman feel confident without overspending. Dupe number 2, the cleanser that doesn't strip your skin. Luxury brand, Fresh Soy Cleanser, $39. Dupe, Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser, $10. Georgia had always assumed that a more expensive cleanser meant it was doing more. More plant extracts. More science. More radiance. For years, she used a $39 cleanser that came in a tall bottle with a soft herbal scent and luxury branding. The label promised freshness, balance, and softness. But after every wash, her skin told a different story. It felt tight. Not clean, stripped. And no matter how many creams she laid on afterward, that dry, papery feeling always lingered around her cheeks and chin. At first, she thought it was just her age. Maybe postmenopausal skin just feels like this, she told herself. But one afternoon, while picking up vitamins, she passed the skincare aisle and saw a familiar name, Cetaphil. It was the cleanser she used to see in her daughter's college bathroom. She hadn't touched it in decades. Out of curiosity or maybe frustration, she tossed it into her cart. It was only $10. No foam, no fragrance, no miracle claims. Just gentle skin cleanser. That night, she used it with warm water. No fancy brush, no double cleanse. Just her fingertips and a rinse. And for the first time in months, her skin didn't feel thirsty after washing. It felt calm. Soft. Balanced. No tightness. No redness on her cheeks. Just clean skin without the aftershock. She realized then, the $39 cleanser had been too active for her aging skin. The essential oils, the acids, the perfumes, they weren't helping. They were slowly overworking her skin barrier. But Cetaphil? It gave her what her skin actually needed, a pause. A reset. A cleanse that respected the shifts that come with age, thinner skin, reduced oil production, and increased sensitivity. Now, Georgia uses it morning and night, and the difference is more than just how her skin feels. It's how her skin responds. Her serums sink in better. Her moisturizers glide on without pilling. Her skin tone has evened out, and it starts with what she doesn't strip away. Why it's better over 40. Fragrance-free, aging skin can become reactive to perfumes and essential oils. This keeps things neutral and calming. Non-foaming equals non-stripping. Foaming cleansers can dehydrate mature skin. Cetaphil gently cleans without tearing at your skin barrier. pH balanced. This means your skin's natural defenses are protected, not disrupted. Simple formula, big results. Sometimes less is truly more. Especially when your skin's needs have changed. Georgia now swears by it, not because it's trendy but because it works. She said, "This was the first time in years I washed my face and felt nothing. No burn, no tingle, no tightness. Just peace." Let's hear from you. Have you ever gone back to a basic product, something you once overlooked, and found it worked better than the high-end stuff? Drop it in the comments. You might help another woman simplify her routine and fall in love with her skin again. Dupe number 3, the Wrinkle Warrior. High-end, Estée Lauder Advanced Night Repair, $80. Dupe, L'Oreal Revitalift 1.5% Hyaluronic Acid Serum, $20. Georgia used to think nighttime serums were all hype, especially the expensive ones in the elegant glass bottles with words like repair, recovery, and cell renewal. So she gave in and splurged on one of the most iconic anti-aging serums out there, the $80 Estée Lauder Advanced Night Repair. The reviews were glowing. Her friends swore by it. The salesperson called it a miracle in a bottle. But after 2 weeks of consistent use, Georgia felt underwhelmed. Her skin was soft but not noticeably firmer. The hydration faded by morning. And worst of all, it left a slightly sticky layer that made her night cream feel like it was just sitting on top of her face. She didn't hate it, but she didn't love it either. Not for $80. Then, one evening while reading a skincare article online, she stumbled upon something interesting. L'Oreal Revitalift 1.5% Pure Hyaluronic Acid Serum. It wasn't new. It wasn't glamorous. But it kept showing up on Best for Mature Skin lists. And it was only $20. She picked up a bottle the next day. No sales pitch. No promises of miracles. Just a simple statement. Hydrates. Plumps. Smooths. That night, she used it after cleansing. 2 drops, that's all. The texture surprised her, light, almost watery but silky. Within seconds, it vanished into her skin. No tackiness. No film. Just this cooling, soothing sense of relief, like her skin had taken a long drink of water. Then came her moisturizer, and for the first time in a while it glided on effortlessly. Everything absorbed like it was meant to. The next morning, her face looked rested. Softer. Her laugh lines were still there, but they didn't feel as deep. Her cheeks had a slight bounce again. Over the next week, she noticed something even better. Her skin stayed hydrated all day. There was no dry patch under her eye makeup. No crepey texture around her chin. Georgia said, "I realized it wasn't just a wrinkle issue, it was a hydration issue. My skin wasn't getting enough water to stay plump." And that's where this $20 serum outshined the $80 one. Why it works better over 40. Hydration is non-negotiable after 40. Our skin loses its ability to retain moisture. This formula delivers it deeply and consistently. 1.5% pure hyaluronic acid. That's a proven concentration that gives visible plumping without irritation or stickiness. Layer-friendly, plays well under moisturizers, SPF, and makeup. No pilling. Fragrance-free and gentle, safe for sensitive skin, even around the delicate eye area. Georgia didn't expect to love it. But now it's the product she reaches for every single night. No rituals, no guessing. Just a small drop of something that works. She says, "This was the first product that didn't promise results, it just quietly delivered them." Let's talk skincare secrets. Do you have a favorite serum, expensive or affordable, that changed your routine after 40? Drop your recommendation in the comments. You never know who you might help with one good tip. Dupe number 4, the Everyday Mascara. High-end, Lancome Hypnose, $33. Dupe, Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High, $12. For years, Georgia believed there was only one kind of mascara that worked on her lashes, expensive. She'd tried so many drugstore versions in the past, and almost all of them left her disappointed. Some clumped. Some flaked. Some made her lashes look like stiff little spider legs. Not exactly the soft, fluttery lift she remembered from her 30s. So when a friend gifted her the iconic Lancome Hypnose mascara, she felt hopeful. The wand was sleek, the formula promised volume and separation, and the brand had a reputation for elegance. And for the first few hours, it did look good. But by the end of the day, Georgia noticed a few flakes under her eyes, and a heaviness to her lashes that made them droop. By evening, the curl had disappeared and her eyes looked tired again. She sighed and thought, maybe I just need to accept my lashes aren't what they used to be. But then one day at the store, she overheard a younger woman raving to her mom about a pink tube of mascara that was shockingly good. Maybelline Sky High. Just $12. Georgia nearly rolled her eyes. She hadn't used Maybelline since her 20s. But something in her said, why not? That night, she opened the tube, noticed the flexible wand, and gave it a try the next morning. And then, a little miracle. The brush glided through every lash, even the tiny ones at the corners. There was no clumping, no stiffness, and most importantly, no weight. Her lashes actually lifted. They looked longer, yes, but also softer. Feminine. Natural but defined. And hours later, still curled. No flakes on her cheeks. No smudges under her eyes. Even when she forgot to remove it before a nap, it held. Now, Georgia reaches for it every day, even when she's not wearing anything else. She says, "It gives me just enough to feel polished. Like I haven't disappeared behind my age." Lifting without tugging, the flexible brush grabs each lash without pulling delicate eyelids. Zero clumps or stiffness, perfect for thinning lashes that need volume, not weight. No flakes, even on dry skin. It stays put even when your under eyes are a little drier than they used to be. Length plus curl equals open eyes, instantly makes eyes look more awake, no eyelash curler needed. Georgia doesn't miss the luxury brand. She's just happy to have lashes that feel like hers again, lighter, softer, and stronger looking, even in her 60s. Do you have a go-to mascara that works wonders on your over 40 lashes? Share it in the comments below. You might help another woman rediscover her sparkle, one blink at a time. Dupe number 5, a lip tint that loves your lines. Luxury brand, Dior Lip Glow, $38. Dupe, Burt's Bees Tinted Lip Balm, $6. Lipstick used to be her signature. Georgia wore bold berry tones in her 30s, a confident red in her 40s, and a warm rose as she entered her 50s. But by the time she turned 60, something had changed. Her once soft lips were now drier. Lipsticks feathered. Glosses felt sticky. And matte formulas, though trendy, only highlighted the lines she was trying to ignore. Then came Dior Lip Glow, a high-end beauty editor favorite. Luxurious, subtle, hydrating. It sounded perfect, the answer to her grown-up lip concerns. And yes, it was lovely. But $38 for a tinted balm that needed reapplying every couple of hours? She couldn't justify it, not for everyday wear. So she went back to basics. One morning, while looking for hand cream, she spotted a small rack of Burt's Bees products. Georgia remembered the brand from years ago, but had never tried their tinted lip balm. She hesitated, then picked up the shade Rose. Just $6. And from the first swipe, everything changed. The texture? Silky, not waxy. The color? Natural, flattering, not too bold, just enough to bring life back to her face. And most importantly, no cracking, no bleeding, no fuss. It melted into her lips, not over them. No mirror needed. No liner required. Just a sheer flush of moisture-rich color that made her lips feel soft, healthy, and, as she put it, like hers again. By the end of the first week, Georgia had 3 shades, one in her handbag, one by the mirror, and one next to her tea mug. It became more than a beauty product. It was a small daily ritual that made her feel put together, even on barefaced days. Hydration First formula helps lips feel smooth, not tight or flaky. Gentle tint adds warmth without settling into lip lines. No sharp edges or bleeding, so you never need lip liner. Natural ingredients soothe sensitive lips, especially during hormonal shifts. Feels like skincare, looks like makeup, the best of both worlds. Georgia's no longer chasing trends. She's building a makeup bag that serves her season of life with softness, ease, and grace. And this $6 balm? She calls it her little tube of quiet confidence. Your turn. What's your perfect everyday lip product? Do you have a favorite balm or tint that feels good and looks good on over 40 lips? Drop it in the comments. You might help someone find their new favorite swipe of color. Georgia didn't expect a drugstore swap to change how she felt about herself. But it wasn't just the savings, it was the freedom. No more chasing overpriced promises. No more drawers full of almost right products. Her routine? Now simpler, smarter, and finally in tune with her evolving skin. That glow serum? It gave her confidence. The gentle cleanser? It respected her skin. That tinted balm? It brought her smile back. And the best part? Every change she made wasn't about age-proofing, it was about self-honoring. She no longer felt like she was hiding behind makeup. She looked in the mirror and saw herself, just more rested, more radiant, and more real. Have you had your own beauty shift moment? Maybe it was a product that finally worked, or the moment you stopped trying to look 30 and started loving 50. Tell us below. Your story might be the one that helps another woman feel seen. Georgia's story isn't rare, it's real. She didn't need luxury to feel beautiful. She just needed to stop believing that turning 50 meant turning invisible. Because beauty after 40 isn't about chasing trends. It's about choosing what works, what feels good, and what still reflects who you are inside and out. You're not aging out of beauty. You're aging into clarity. And that's the most powerful glow-up of all. And if you're ready to feel confident, radiant, and smart, even with laugh lines, subscribe to Eversmart Senior Women now. You've got decades of beauty ahead. Let's make every one of them count.